The Aloha Plus Challenge is a shared commitment to 6 sustainability targets for the year 2030. It's about a clean energy transformation, local food production, natural resource management, waste reduction, green jobs creation, education, smart growth, and resilience to climate change. This shared commitment brings together the 6 chief executives of the state of Hawaii, our governor, 4 mayors, and the elected chair of the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, recognizing that it takes all of us to build a sustainable and resilient Hawaii. Really, this is about transforming our economy to making it a green and blue economy so that Hawaii, as this place right now that is a model and a microcosm of the world's sustainability challenges, can actually go through a positive transformation and take these challenges as opportunities to restore our connections to each other, to the land, and have a more vibrant and diverse economy that's based on taking care of our natural resources, of each other, and using our resources efficiently. Right now we import 80 to 90% of our food and energy. We're the endangered species capital of the US. We have issues with affordability and we're creating lots of waste. Aloha Plus Challenge is about challenging ourselves to create a better Hawaii for the future. The tagline for Aloha Plus is, the name was actually given to us by Puakea Nogelmeyer and students. It's He Nahona Ai Oia, which means a culture of sustainability. And I think that really points to what Hawaii uniquely has to share with the world about sustainability, that our aloha spirit is our greatest asset of how our sustainability approach is culturally rooted in a foundation and heritage of sustainability in the Hawaiian Islands. And really what that's all about is highlighting that the special thing about this place and the way in which we look at sustainability is founded on our aloha. Our aloha spirit is the greatest asset, our ability to work together, and that our approach to sustainability is culturally rooted in a heritage, the Native Hawaiians with sustainability for generations, that it's community-based and collaborative and compassionate in the way we think about sustainability. And really a culture of sustainability is about how it's part of our way of life and the need for all of us to work together. Well, many of us, when we talk about it, how is sustainability different in Hawaii? As we think about bringing the World Conservation Congress here to Hawaii, as we think about the worldwide voyage, embarking and sharing Hawaii's message of sustainability to the world, what makes it unique? And I think it's this place, it's the people, it's the history, it's the culture that makes sustainability so unique in Hawaii. And I think that we're in the midst of a comeback story of restoring the inclination of this place to be sustainable and to, instead of being a canary in the coal mine, of really being a beacon of light of what the world needs to do to become more sustainable on this planet. I think an important thing to note about the Aloha Plus Challenge was the leading target was the Hawaii Clean Energy Initiative. And the Hawaii Clean Energy Initiative really showed us that bringing together bold leadership with partnerships and private sector investment and everyone coming together around a common goal, 70% clean energy by 2030, has resulted in amazing progress in Hawaii. We are in the top of the nation in terms of renewable energy penetration into the grid, and you know, a lot of people say that looking at Hawaii is almost like getting a postcard from the future because we're really on the front lines of figuring out our energy issues. And so from that lesson, we really understood we need to set similar goals for ourselves in terms of food self-sufficiency, taking care of our natural resources, Mauka to Makai, and other areas of sustainability. And so I think, you know, as Nainoa Thompson has often talked about, that what we have to share is setting a common destination and paddling together in that same direction. And I think that that's why I have optimism for this, is it's setting that shared destination for Hawaii, what we mean by sustainability. I think what's so exciting to me, especially as I've gone to each of the islands to meet with community members about sustainability, is there's incredible projects happening across the state in terms of sustainability and enormous community-based momentum to support these targets already. And so all this really does is put a framework in place so that all of these efforts can thrive and that we have you know, a shared set of goals. I think that what this really is about is that shared kuleana, that no one person, no one leader can accomplish this, and that everyone has an opportunity to be involved and to challenge themselves. So if we want to double local food production by 2030, what does that mean about how I can take part in that and growing my own food, changing the way I eat? If we're trying to take care of our natural resources, How can my ohana maybe go and volunteer to clean up the beach or remove invasive species from the reef? I think that there's so many opportunities for all of us to actually have a tremendous role in this challenge. Yeah, I think 2030 is just the beginning. I think it's right to call it a milestone because it's an important marker for us, and that gives meaning to what we are talking about in terms of sustainability. But I think that through working towards that 2030 milestone, we can actually challenge ourselves through this Aloha Plus challenge to think beyond 2030. So if we double local food production by then, if we cut our waste stream in half by 2030, what can we do by 2050? Our sustainability plan for the state was called Hawaii 2050. And so I think this is just the beginning of setting goals for ourselves and then really thinking about dreaming big in terms of what we can do after this first milestone. Something I think to note about the Aloha Plus Challenge is that this is in response to the state of Hawaii receiving an invitation from the Global Island Partnership to make an international commitment to sustainability. And the Global Island Partnership, or GLISPA, their focus is helping to catalyze these large-scale commitments by leaders to provide a platform for islands to really model conservation and sustainable livelihoods. The first of those challenges was the Micronesia Challenge that brought together the 5 chief executives of Micronesia, and it's proven to be enormously successful in protecting their terrestrial lands and nearshore waters. In Hawaii, we really took a lesson from Micronesia of seeing that by sharing it with all of our executive leaders, having all of them come together, that it helps to last beyond political timelines and to share that responsibility, because as we know, there's things that need to happen at a county level, at a state level. The Office of Hawaiian Affairs is doing amazing things in sustainability, and I think it is rare for all of them to come together in this way, but what's so neat about it is they were so enthusiastic in saying yes to this challenge, because so many of them, this is already a priority, and for them to have the opportunity to actually join other leaders with a shared commitment, I think was right in line with their vision.